Donald Trump assures us that he is feeling great. He is a perfect physical specimen, his words, not mine or literally anyone else who's ever met him. And he's ready to start doing rallies very soon. The thing is, he called into Sean Hannity last night, and maybe this is analyzing too closely, but there were a few instances where he didn't sound like he was 100% over this thing. Here's the first.
Well, I didn't even want to use them. You know, last time I had a big problem. They oscillated my mics when I had the one debate. We had 3 debates with Hillary, and I think the first debate, on the first debate, they oscillated the mic, and they oscillated it very, very seriously.
No, I think they oscillated his lungs there. I think.
Just the inherent irony. Very many things to talk about, but the first is just recognize what's going on here. He is complaining about people cutting his mic while he himself has to cut his own mic because he can't get through a sentence without coughing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, really fast. So this is a warning for the rest of this segment because we're gonna have another video for you. I understand that, look, to some extent, we're just having fun. Some people might say, hey, it sounds like you're having fun with the fact that he might have some lingering issues. And I have heard those criticisms. I will respond by saying that yesterday, he continued his long 7th-month crusade to convince people to believe and do things that will cause them to be killed during this pandemic by saying that if you get this, you get a little bit sick, you don't need drugs, you just get better and then you're immune so nobody worry about it. That is gonna lead to more of his followers dying. So I don't care, I'm done with this whole thing. If I wanna have a little bit of fun because he might have some lingering lung problems, I'm just gonna do that. That's not as bad as wishing death on seniors, which is what he's doing every single day. Now, it's one thing that he muted his mic, Brett, you're 100% right, and it is ironic considering the context. For me, it's not that he muted his mic, it's how fast he muted his mic. Like, think about if you need to mute your mic and you don't have it right in front of your face, you have to go, you have to click on the thing. But he was ready to do it, which implies to me that he had thought about it or had need of it earlier. He was like forewarned about that.
Yeah, because he's been coughing. Because in his 5-minute video to prove, while caked in like burnt sienna, or as Brooke calls it, burnt cantaloupe makeup, he couldn't get through a 5-minute speech without needing a cut to very obviously cough. They know that that's a situation, and there's a cough button that they actually give you when you're doing radio quality mics in studio. So he probably has a cough button in front of him, but people only rarely use that when they need to sneeze or they're doing something else. But it is amazing that he is trying to advocate for an in-person rally situation and an in-person debate situation when he very obviously can't get through an interview without hacking up a lung.
Yeah, totally. And so look, that was the first bit. Here's the second instance.
Will you encourage your supporters to get out and vote early?
Well, I want them to vote, but I will say this, absentee is okay. Because absentee ballots, absentee ballots are fine.
Okay, so we left in just enough of the video of where he was lying about absentee versus mail-in ballots. But yeah, he's coughing, and here's the thing, that's totally reasonable. He had and continues to have a respiratory infection. I'm just saying that I'm being reasonable by saying that it's expected and indeed just fine that he's still having some issues. He is the one that wants you to believe that he is totally fine and in fact immune and COVID's never fought a warrior like him and all that stuff. No, he's still sick. He's sick right then. He's sick right now as I'm filming this.
He's a predator. That's what it is. He is saying, no, don't mind that open sore on my junk, let's do it. Like, that's what he's saying. That's what's happening. I don't hate, people might hate that I'm making it so gross, but that's exactly what's happening. This is a deadly disease that has killed 214,000 people. It's come to the point where we used to be like, okay, what's the exact thousand? And now we're like 210, and I'll tell you again at 220,000 people. That's how much it is. It's getting to like, you must get up very early in the morning to kill that many people kind of, at this point, like it's terrible.
Totally.
But it's very frustrating that the president is trying to say things like, I don't think I'm contagious. Let me go out there and do these things. And I think what's happening in the minds of the American people is they're realizing that Donald Trump can't control the coronavirus in his own White House, let alone the entire country. And those things that folks had been fighting us on, they're now coming around to. All the way down to, if you watch TYT's main show today, we're gonna cover how people in the villages, the ones who once would go around in their golf carts saying Donald Trump is infallible, are now like, actually, I'm gonna park this golf cart near my house and stay inside because it turns out coronavirus is real.
Exactly, yeah, 100%. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.